So this is a bag of barn owl pellets, regurgitated pellets that came from cleaning the boxes, the barn owl nesting boxes out at Prado. And in a normal semester, you guys would be wading through these things. Just looking through here, you can see that there's been some birds actually eaten by the barn owls, which isn't surprising. We found over the years that in times of drought, they get more dependent on birds, I think, because the birds are a little bit more abundant when even in dry conditions. So I pulled a handful of pellets out here, and you know, this is what you would be doing in the lab. You can see long bones. There's a bit of a feather. Long bones are, you know, who knows, that small a bone. I can't tell you for sure whether that's a bird or a small mammal. The thinness, you know, look at that. There's a shoulder blade. I would tend to believe, you know, that would appear to be the wing of a bird. Song sparrows are very abundant in the Prado wetlands, and I think those are probably some of the most abundant birds that the, oh well, look at this. Those are bird feathers, aren't they? Because here, so, you know, the other bones are interesting, but you'd have to have a museum available to you to use the body bones and to identify the bird. When you get a skull, you pretty much can tell what it is you're looking at, and that's the skull of a bird. Again, I think song sparrows are probably one of the most common things that they take in the Prado wetlands, primarily because song sparrows are just so overly abundant. More feathers. That would appear to be a femur. Not feathers. Bones. And then a little chunk of something. But yeah, I think most of what was in that particular pellet was the remains of that bird. We found the skull of. This appears to have a lot of feathers associated with it as well. Now this is supposed to be part of the mammal class, so you get familiar with a number of the small mammals of Southern California, but it's working out to be more of a bird class. Look at that.
Is that a claw?
That is.
Oh, it is.
A bird foot. It's a little bird foot. That's funny. So maybe we should have saved this for the bird lab instead of the mammal lab. This looks like it's going to be another bird. I'd be lying to you if I told you that I could really tell, but I mean, these bones seem to be pretty light, which again would indicate a bird. And of course there is, no, thought I was coming upon the lower beak of a bird again. I don't think so. I think, yeah, that's the sacrum, where all the bones come together in the back. And again, maybe all bird. Well, anyway, I don't want to belabor this. I showed you some of the, no, this looks more like fur. Although those could also be feathers. I showed you at the beginning of this some of the common skulls that we would normally find, and here. So the other thing you might be wondering is why barn owl pellets? Well, you know, we've studied the diet of the barn owl out at Prado with the help of the students at Saddleback for a long time, keeping track of what they're eating during various, oh, look at that little jaw, lower jaw, all those flat teeth, and the little incisors there. And then this feels like it's a California meadow mouse. Very common out in the grasslands lining the ponds in the Prado Basin. Yeah, little profile. And there's the dentition on the bottom. And we go to our handy dandy reference collection, and we look at the little Microtus specimen, and lo and behold, I think we have a match. Another meadow mouse. Earlier I also pulled out a gopher, that flat-headed little thing, and one of them actually took a ground squirrel. So that's the long and the short of it. If you were in class and helping to go through these pellets, we would do dozens and dozens of them and come upon lots and lots of things. You know, out Prado they eat crayfish and Jerusalem crickets and all kinds of things that you would learn about in person in class. But here's a little touch of what it would be like if we were actually in the class. Look at that. Another gopher, I do believe. So I wish you were able to do this with me and explore and experiment. Remember one semester, one young lady took all the skulls we found and made a necklace out of them. Little macabre, but also kind of cool.
Halloween around the corner.
Yeah, there you go. All right, ladies and germs, I think that'll do it.